Hey everybody, this is Professor TJ Wilkins, and in this tutorial I'll show you how to draft a Christmas stocking pattern. Actually, I'm going to show you two easy ways to draft a pattern. The first is drafting the pattern with a few simple measurements. For the second method, if you already have a Christmas stocking, you can just trace around it and add 1/2 inch seam allowance. Here are the items needed for the first pattern. You'll need paper, ruler, French curve, pencil, and tape. Both patterns are sewn at 1/2 inch seam allowance. All right, let's get started. Draw a 19-inch vertical line. Square a 12-inch horizontal line at the bottom of the vertical line. On the vertical line, measure 4 inches from the corner, mark, and label A. Label the end of the horizontal line B. Square up a 19-inch vertical line from point B. Measure up 2.5 inches from point B, mark, and label it C. Connect A to C. At the top of this line, square across 8 inches horizontally. This top area is the opening for the stocking. At the end of the line, square down 11.5 inches. At this point, square across an 8.5 inch horizontal line. Let's label this the ankle line. We'll use this as a guide to shape the bottom of the stocking. Now we need to shape the stocking back, so draw a curve from the ankle line to point C. For this, I like to freehand dash lines to make the curve, and then I'll go in with the French curve to clean up the lines. But do whatever works best for you. The curve is the heel area, so we need to blend that curve into the rest of the stocking. Take the French curve and position it to blend a soft curve into the rest of the stocking. Now let's shape the stocking front. Measure up 4 inches from the front corner and mark D. To shape the front, draw a curve from the ankle line to point D. I'm drawing dash lines freehand once again, and then connect from D to point A. And then clean up your lines with the French curve or whatever curve tool you have. Now blend the front curve into the stocking leg. We're almost done. Here's the outline for the stocking. This is a large stocking, but let's add in a fold line to shorten it if you want a smaller size. So from the top, measure down 3.5 inches and mark on both sides. Then use the marks as a guide to draw a horizontal line across. Then write fold here to shorten. Time to cut out the pattern. So cut along the stocking outline. And this is the stocking pattern. You can fold on the fold line to shorten the pattern if you want a smaller stocking. You can also fold it here to shorten it so you can add a trim at the top. Yep, it's simple and easy. Okay, on to the next one. For the second stocking, you need paper, a Christmas stocking, ruler, French curve, pencil, and tape. All you need to do is place your Christmas stocking onto the paper and trace around it. I use quick and easy dash lines to trace around the stocking. And then after that, I'll clean it up with the ruler and the French curve. Next, use your ruler to add in 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around. Now draw in that fold line 3.5 inches from the top. Draw in that horizontal fold line and then write fold here to shorten. Cut out your pattern. And we're done. Thank you for watching. If you like to support my work, you can donate through GoFundMe, Ko-fi, Cash App, or PayPal. You can also join the Professor T.J. Wilkins Makers community on Ko-fi. All of this information is in the bio. And if you enjoyed the content, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, or hit that notification bell.